Make a date with Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei at 6 a.m. from Monday to Saturday on Graphic Online via Facebook and YouTube as he expounds on matters of faith. Graphic Online, truth and accuracy every day.
This is Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei bringing you matters of faith with Graphic Online. Before I even proceed any further, see the right hand side of your YouTube. You see a bell over there, and I think what you need to do is to punch that bell, and then that makes you a subscriber. So instead of somebody posting it over to you, what happens is that now it comes to you automatically. You receive it automatically every morning. Please hit the bell on your right hand and you'll be a permanent subscriber of Graphic Online. This morning I'd like to capture my thoughts with the words, cannibals in the house. Cannibals in the house. Yes. Flesh-eating human beings in the house. And my story is taken from 2 Kings chapter 6 from verse 28 and 29. I see a very powerful story over there. The story of two women in the midst of famine, where there was a lot of scarcity and there was a lot of poverty and all that. The people were impoverished. There was hunger. It was a crazy famine. And the Bible says two women decided, they embarked on a project. You know what the project was? The project was to eat their own children. My goodness. These women decided that we're going to boil one child first, eat the child in order to survive, and then after we finish eating my child, then we would also boil your child. And the most interesting thing about it is that after they had boiled the first child, the second woman got smart and says, no, I'm not going to kill my son to eat. But you know what fascinates me? Women who went to the labor ward for their children, ready to eat their children. You know the Bible, I've seen people, can a woman's tender care cease towards the child she bear? Women are attached to their children. I have seen women, go an extra mile, many more miles, in order to secure a child, or in order to take good care of a child, or secure a child. I've seen a woman remove her cover cloth to just cover her mad son who was walking on the street naked, as tears began to flow down her eyes, and trying to pull him into a Mercedes car which was being driven, and she was being driven in a Mercedes car, pulling her son outside, who was outside walking naked, mad, into the car, begging the son, please get in the car. So and I've seen that mothers or women are the receptacle for sympathy and consolation and comfort. It's easier to run into the arms of your mother than run into the arms of your father. That's the basic thing. But guess what? These women, after having gone to the labor ward for these children, decided to eat them up. My goodness. The level of the famine, the level of the need, the level of the hardship began to make certain demands which were, too incongruous to you just can't believe it. I've seen one thing. In the midst of need, in the midst of extreme need, in the midst of harsh conditions, you know what happens to people? The survival mentality kicks in. When survival mentality kicks in, it overrides every reasoning. Survive at all costs. Hey, if I need to push you in order to save myself, for example, there's a stampede in a stadium, you see other people, in order to survive, they're willing to trample upon other people in order for them to survive. Harsh conditions create animalistic tendencies in people. What am I saying about animalistic tendencies? They don't care. They survive at every cost. Do whatever it takes in order for you to survive. This is how human beings, this is the depth to which human beings can descend in the midst of hardship. They forget that we are each our brother's keeper. Two women forgot that these are their children. These are blood of their blood. These are bone of their bone. And they decided to sacrifice them to eat. How sometimes harsh conditions create certain things in people. I'll sacrifice my brother by speaking lies. I'll sacrifice my sister in order just to survive, in order for me to appear good, in order for me to survive what is coming, my perceived danger. Just because of that, I'll sacrifice someone else. How often have we gone to say things about somebody that you know it's not true in order to solicit the sympathy of people, in order to get something? This is cannibals, cannibalism in the house. You are a cannibal. You are destroying somebody's reputation. You are chopping somebody up. You are destroying the person's character and everything just for a cheap morsel of bread. That's what happens. Or just for something that you think you need, that you think you can get away with, unless you have it. And guess what? Why sacrifice somebody else for your own ends? Why sacrifice somebody else in order for you to survive? That's a cannibalistic tendency, an animalistic tendency. This is what the two men did. My goodness. Cannibals in the house. I'd be very surprised. They are all around you if you are not one. Well, the choices are always yours. See you later.
For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh or follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube and Twitter at GraphicGH.
Subscribe now.